Don't forget your headset.
Yeah,
6.
well. Is that a problem?
Penis.
Okay. What time?
8:54 p.m. Penis service.
Tomorrow's Sunday, so I fucking can't.
He's got the headset in and yelling at us.
3, 2, 1, 0.
It's the most wonderful time of...
You're all going to die down here.
You're tuned in live to DV Radio.
Oh my God. He's gonna kill me.
Online and on the go on your mobile device.
Listener's discretion is advised.
We'll begin with a reign of terror. A few murders here and there. Murders of great men, murders of little men. Just to show we make no distinction.
During the spookiest time of the year, there are a few guidelines all ghosts and goblins should follow. Always stay on sidewalks. Never go to a stranger's house. And never go out alone.
I want to play a game.
What in God's name are you talking about?
Hey, you're listening to DV Radio with the old guy. I see Bo, who never leaves his couch for some reason. Google and Recoil, and I don't know where Marquis is at.
I was going to say he probably went to Kruger.
The little garlic sauce is delicious. You alt-right neo-Nazi bastards better stop it right now.
If you use the cheap sauce, it don't taste good.
It tastes like ass. And I've got an important message.
Joe Junkie and Carrie Crack are perfectly fine for Tombstone.
Well, yep. Carrie Crack is perfectly fine. She did in New Zealand. I wouldn't have sex with Brad Pitt.
How can you even read that with a straight face? Well, I've heard that many like short and tuna can girths, so I'm winning in that round apparently.
You're tuned in to WTVR on DVRadio.net or by searching DV Radio on your TuneIn app on your favorite mobile device.
Because this is how it is on DV Radio.
Yes, that is how it is right here at dvradio.net. It's your Barracks Talk of October 27th, 2018, the Halloween special, if that's what you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. That's why the intro was so fucked up and stupid and weird and all that good shit. Anyway, on Boulderwood, we got DV6. Recoil is finally back. We got Google, and as always, Marquis is not with us. I guess he decided to take Halloween trick-or-treating a little more serious this year with the football team of kids that he's got. But anyway, without further ado, Six, how you doing?
Am I unmuted?
You are unmuted.
That's a great intro. Marquis sounded so white.
All right.
Oh, man. So, apparently, I'm trapped in North Carolina.
You're trapped? Why?
You know that.
Why are you trapped?
Just everything. I said to go. Look, this was a spur of the moment thing. I loaded up. Google said go. Came down here, spent time with you. Not spent. That sounds kind
of. Hey.
But anyhow, I only took just what I needed, and a couple things. I said, well, Google said like as soon as I leave, things are going to happen at the farm, and I said, well, I'm only going to take the one generator. I always have a backup, but this one's never let me down. And of course, what happens when I get here? The generator shits to bed. What happens when I leave the thing? The toilet clogs.
And of all the days it decided to go out, it was a rainy day.
Hey, damn it, somebody's out there trying to fix it. I hear another one.
Yeah, I hear like 58
Take over the
things
intro
now.
just for a minute.
Yeah, of course. So, yeah.
Hey, talk about the New Jersey thing.
The New Jersey thing.
Let me just go check on him for a second.
I have no clue what New Jersey thing he's talking about.
Did he mean the Pennsylvania thing?
I'm not sure. He said New Jersey, so I have no clue.
I know, but I mean, his thought process is probably Pennsylvania is right next to New Jersey, so that's what I meant.
Yeah, but New Jersey's a shithole and Pennsylvania's not.
Yeah, I know, but
I don't know. I'm so it's 6. I mean, we're talking about DB6 after all. Hey, I mean, we have a pre-show. He gets in 10 minutes before the show. All right. So what are we doing during the show? The same thing.
Well, that's better than last week when he was in an hour before the show, and all of a sudden, during his segment, it's like, well, we weren't going to talk about that yet. Well, you didn't say what we were going to talk about. So.
And then he actually did bring up topics he never brought up in the pre-show. I listened to the pre-show again. There was like 4 topics he never discussed with us in that hour.
I know. And then he's like, oh, by the way, talk about this. I'm like, huh?
Right?
Like, oh, okay. Sure.
Oh my god. So yeah, DV6 is down here at my house. Me and him's been trying to do some stuff, but again, the generator was out all day yesterday and half the day today. Had to get that fixed, so wasn't a lot he could do. But, I worked my ass off like always. DV6 over there just sitting on his ass. Anyway, no, he's been trying. We do still need lumber for the farm, correct, Google?
Yes.
Why and how can they do that if they want to, supply it in some way, shape, or form?
We need it because we're trying to build stalls in the Quonset hut so we can move the horses later, like in the spring, the beginning of the spring.
Right, so we're not rushing to do it by winter, but we would like to have the stalls built before spring.
Correct. Exactly.
Right, and a lot of ways you guys can do that. If you want to give full money, please go to dbfarm.org, enter the site, the big orange button, then click on the donate tab, and you can donate via the website. If you want to give gift cards for places like Home Depot, which is the hardware store that we use at the DB Farm, that is what we use. So gift cards and mail them to the DB Farm. Also, smile.amazon.com. While you're doing your Christmas shopping this year, you can make DB Farm your charity of choice. There's no hidden fees or extra costs to you. A portion of your shopping cart goes directly to the DB Farm after you check out. Again, no cost to you whatsoever except for what you're buying, and you're helping out the farm at the same time. Your birthday fundraisers on Facebook, those are tremendous when it comes to helping us. You guys may not think it helps us, but it does. We try to get those out when we see them. There's so many ways you can donate.
Sorry to interrupt you, Bo. There was one of those not long ago, one of the birthday things. This girl raised like $250 or something, and she was like apologizing for it, and I'm like, what the fuck are you apologizing for? Like, that's a huge help.
Yeah,
like everything helps,
Right. And people think that little bit of percent that comes out of your shopping cart at Amazon doesn't help. But when you have 500 people go and buy $30 worth of things, that percentage of whatever it is, 0.5, 1.5, whatever it is, helps so much. And when you have 500 people do it, every 2 weeks or once a month or 3 months, that adds up. So don't think that you're not making an impact with these donations and these fundraisers and shopping. There's other places that do it. eBay does it. Humble Bundle, if you're a software gaming nerd, anything like that, or need something for your business software-wise, they have tremendous things over there, and they also give to charities like the DB Farm. If there's a store out there that you guys shop online at and we don't know about it, please let us know. If DB Farm is one of the charities that they help, we'd love to spread the word. And if you can't do any of that, just share. Let other people know how they can help us. Also, we have the winter bags this year. If you don't know about the winter bags, go to mydbstore.com, and it's right there at the front of the store. We're trying to raise enough money to get at least 1,000 winter survival bags for the homeless. You can pledge to buy a quarter of a bag, a half a bag, or multiple bags. It doesn't matter. They range from pricing from $12.50 all the way up to $50. So it's kind of it's really reasonable, I should say, for most people's budgets. And 6 is back. He just interrupted my thing, but that's okay.
It's a good thing I'm muted.
Yeah, you're not muted, but okay. So I was getting ready to finish talking about the winter bags. If you want to give us a little more info on that.
Of a job.
Yeah. So you want to talk about the winter bags?
Now let's talk about them, and then we'll get into the whole thing of why generators these days aren't made the way they should be made. But yeah, so the post that you see on the main page of Dysfunctional Veteran says that we're trying to raise money so we can put together 1,000 winter survival bags. Now, this post has been shared far and wide, all over social media and everything, and people pushing it. And we're going to start in New England, and it's basically a survival kit. And there's people in there bitching about what's in there, what's not in there. Well, look, go do it yourself. I was homeless. These are the things that I think are the most important that people want. We plan on passing these out to folks on the streets, and it's just the basic necessities. Yes, there's the Red Cross, and there's places that homeless can go if we're just contributing to the problem and all that. Well, if you believe that, you should have seen the shit I really wanted to put in there. Look, when they want to come off the streets, they will. But these people have problems, and I want to help. So nobody should be freezing their asses off this winter. Did I miss anything?
No.
Well, it's just, does it make everybody feel good? Is it going to solve the problem? No, but we're doing something, And it's one area we happen to all know. A lot of the people on this in this organization, there's quite a few people that are volunteering their time that are homeless, that were at one time homeless. But no, it's got things they really need: gloves, hat, panes of skivvies, blanket. What else? Some snacks. Let's see. What else is in there? What am I missing?
Socks.
Socks, yeah. Things that, I know. I used to throw away, I'd change socks, and I just buy, they were $1 a pair at CVS, and I change them every few days. Same thing with underwear, So, flashlight, poncho, these are things they can use. But the hat, the gloves, the hoodie, yeah, they're going to wear those. So, why don't you have a camping stove in there or a tent?
Why don't you just have a top floor apartment in there for them?
But
That'd be nice.
I gotta say, Jared did a good job trying to make this work with the money and stuff. By finding the right dealers to supply us with and stuff like that. So my policy is on look. Would you rather I just go give them $50? Because I know if you gave me $50, I wouldn't go spend it on all this stuff. I wouldn't be able to get all this stuff for $50, first of all. But I could get a hit of crack, so.
Jesus Christ.
Not all of them do crack. Some do heroin. Yes, I know.
Some just drink.
Yeah. Yep.
That's one thing a lot of people don't consider. You're never really going to end homelessness because there are a lot of people that are actually there by choice.
Well, when you say choice, yes, choice by look, to get off this, the VA. Now, if you're a veteran and you qualify for the HUD bash, there's no more going to get clean anymore. Boom, bam, they go in to the detox, one of your visits. Caseworker comes up and says you're eligible for HUD bash. You're on the list. Boom, now you go from the street into an apartment where you can die, where nobody in America will see you die. But it doesn't look as bad as you dying on the street. That's where, and this is said with sarcasm, people. Believe me, this is big major flaw with the dealing with the homeless. So they've made it harder for programs to get people to get clean because there's an easier way to get off the street, not address the demons that are bothering people. Now there's a whole nother segment, and this is not to knock. There are people from time to time, you don't see them too often, that end up on the street, don't have drugs and alcohol. And they find a way off. They're not usually there too long because they know they have to put up with the bullshit in the shelter. Yes, you have, if you have kids, you've got to go into the shelter to get to the programs and you're off the street and all that. But you can't continue to use them while you're in the shelter. So that's why a lot of people don't want to go in. So anyhow. But anyhow, for $50, you can buy a whole bag. You can buy multiple bags, quarter bag, or whatever. And I want to go out and talk to these folks too. Let's get a pulse on how many are really out there and what's keeping them from getting clean. We'll start with Boston and in the New England area. And I know I've gotten emails from people up in Rochester, New York. We're getting a lot of responses from all over the country. So let's see how this goes. our resources are finite, let's see what we can do. Maybe if we got some media exposure, the money might pour in, and then we need a team. Maybe we can get some of these migrants coming in, in that caravan that can help. $2 an hour. Jobs Americans don't want, right?
They're going to be needing bags.
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, so it's a crazy week, huh? As soon as I leave the farm, we predicted all this, So, God, everybody's calling it all false flag. I don't know. Didn't look too false to me. But we need to tone down our rhetoric on DV radio. We don't want to be part of the problem. We want to be part of the solution.
I have a solution.
No more cutting off presidents' heads on live TV, okay? That will help. No more threatening to blow the White House up, all right? I know we do that all the time, don't we?
What is he talking about?
Talking about the other side.
I think the first 50 miles along both of our borders should be a live fire range.
You get banned on Facebook for that, buddy. You better watch your rhetoric.
Rhetoric. It's my new name, Frederick or Rhetoric.
Yeah, Frederick. So how's everybody doing? Google, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Did you eat tonight?
Yes.
What'd you have?
Don't worry about it. I ate.
With who?
By myself.
The goddamn dog, since you weren't here to cuddle.
I know, right? Jesus.
All right, getting back to the goals. If you want to help with the survival bags, go to mydvstore.com. We are 57% of the goal. All right, there's 13 days remaining. We need to get, I'm not good at math, but it looks like 427 more.
Google's all cuddled up by the fireplace with a soggy cigarette pack.
Oh my God.
Joe's got his big generator, but it's not putting out enough amps.
That's what she said.
Yeah. So, and also I see the mayor of this New Jersey town. If you just go to the visit, what?
Never mind. We were trying to figure out you were like the big thing in New Jersey, and we're all like, Pennsylvania, New York,
right.
Like, what?
If any of us actually gave a fuck about New Jersey, we might know this story.
All right.
Well,
I have family in New Jersey that's dickhead, so I don't give a shit about New Jersey.
Oh, wow. Well, I'll read
My goodness.
He told us the truth. Oh my God, I'm so offended. He told us an opinion. Oh, God.
What's going on with the Guidos?
What the hell is this? DB farm site form.
What?
I'm on our emails, Google, and there's some new stuff in there that I've never seen.
Oh, goodness.
All right, anyhow, so, New Jersey mayor, headline is, New Jersey mayor laughs off penis candy prank from vet group, cancels police investigation. I didn't even know she was a female. A mayor, well, it started with, I'll read you the story. A mayor in New Jersey realized she was the target of a prank when she received a bag of penis-shaped candy in the mail. Hamilton Township Mayor Kelly, I'm not even going to try, Yade was the recipient of a prank carried out with the help of a veteran organization called Dysfunctional Veterans. Her staff discovered a package addressed to the mayor containing penis-shaped candy and alerted the police of harassment. NewJersey.com reported Thursday. This is where it started. NewJersey.com picked up on it. The package was discovered last week, though the mayor was not present at the time. When she heard of the incident, she laughed about it. Did she laugh now or, She said, my staff intercepted it and then asked the police to find out the origin of the package. And that's when we made the post. If you go to So the way they put the post together was major crimes, like this is being investigated by the Major Crime Division of New Jersey. So then police satire Facebook pages were picking it up, going, okay, who sent this mayor the bag of dicks, So it goes on to say, However, she said, the prank was not meant with malicious intent, but rather to raise awareness for a good cause. What? All right, wait.
You haven't read this article, apparently.
Yeah, I did. DV is an organization devoted to foster. I'm going to explain something to you. This is a friend. All right, if you read the NewJersey.com one, they don't talk too much about DV. They only mention it kind of in passing, what we really do, like behind the scenes, or what we really do. Anyhow, this one here, I talked to the reporter, and they wanted a statement from me. I says, I'm not in the mood, but just make us look good. And so that was our spin. So anyhow, DV is an organization devoted to fostering a veteran community and also helping veterans through a farm environment at the DV Farm, which offers support structure of veterans overcoming challenges such as, like we were just talking about, homelessness and addiction. And then it gets into about me, blah, 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 Mike Rivers, asshole, New Hampshire-based brotherhood, sisterhood, veterans, rooted in sarcasm, things or minus were not loan coordinate Facebook page. They host numerous campaigns to help veterans, showing their steadfast support to the veteran community and related causes. One of their current campaigns, and then they go into the Winter Survival Kit. The website for DV offers a store that sells a variety of products from hats to t-shirts, and then a prank section of products that reflect the organization's self-proclaimed warped humor. All right, so the penis-shaped bag, they couldn't even put dicks in here. They had to censor it. Titled Eat a Bag of Dicks for Anonymous Giving allows purchasers to send it anywhere without sharing their information. And this is true, folks, for anybody listening. If you're sitting on the fence about, I just want to show, this isn't harassment. I just want to show you I like you. Do not give up your info. We got many cops just got to go through the motion. Anytime when the DV was contacted by police, they posted about it on their Facebook with a sarcastic twist. And it says, major crimes. The Honorable Mayor of Hamilton, New Jersey, received a bag of dicks. She has enlisted the help of her police department to investigate who sent this. Not just any cop either. She has a major crimes detective on it. That's what it is.
She has her own police department?
And DV store was quoted as saying, as usual, we don't turn over the names of our customers unless we are compelled to by a court. The detective was cool, by the way, go easy on him, the post said. DV laughed off the incident. Mayor did too, showing they aren't a crowd who takes life too seriously. And, with everything going on in the world, I mean, whatever happened to having a good time, laughing about shit. I mean, it's not like, we sent a bag of dirt to the VA and it shut the VA down or something.
Oh,
well,
wait, what?
That's a been there, done that type situation.
Yeah. Well, it's good, I'm glad she came around. She looks like a nice lady. Now, did she eat the candy? Not bad candy. Just don't get caught in public eating dicks.
But they're delicious.
Yeah. I'm waiting. Good thing none of this was included in those mail bombs.
I hear they're loaded with protein.
Ooh, I've never looked. I have one out in the truck. Let me go. What else is going to happen this week? How's everybody doing?
I'm doing great.
Have you been marked safe from the mail bombings?
So far.
My God.
Has anybody changed their flag profile or their Facebook profile pic? No, we're not doing that this time.
We support checking mail.
Okay.
Safely.
All right. I have some sad news. I didn't discuss this with anybody on the team. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Screenshots, albums, and screenshots. Here we go. And it's sad to report that The Simpsons dropped Apu character due to racial stereotyping controversy.
What?
Yep. Producers of The Simpsons have announced that their long-running Indian character, Apu, will be written out of the show due to increased complaints that he reflects an insulting racial stereotype.
Probably not from anyone of Indian descent.
So, their version of The Simpsons over in India, they're getting our complaints about their character, Homer, because it reflects Americans in a sad light,
Right, all the fat crackers. Which I'm becoming one. I've got my Homer Simpson starter kit going. Since I quit smoking, I've probably gained about 10 pounds.
What was wrong with Apu? He He worked. He had his own business. Oh.
Yeah, he ran a Quickie Mart.
Yeah. How is that?
Can I tell you something? Like, in all honesty, there's like 5 of those little places between work and my house. And all of them, except one, are owned and operated by East Indian families.
Well, that's...
I mean, many stereotypes are stereotypes for a fucking reason.
I know. And it doesn't mean it's like we're making, oh my God.
Yeah, that's not necessarily a negative connotation. Yeah.
Where's Marquis when we need him,
Right.
Well, the funny thing is the producer is Adish Shankar. I don't know if that's American or not, but I'm going to assume that it's not. And he's going to sidestep that and actually continue Apu on his Bootleg Universe site. So, just so you all know. One of the many characters of Hank Azaria in The Simpsons, one of the best ones, and they have to take it away. It's like, go fuck yourself.
Somebody should claim Apu and have him have his own show.
Right. Oh, I would hate to see how much they would sell Apu for, though. Oh my God. Oh shit! I'm not surprised. I'm actually surprised it took this long for them to do that because, in every country they have to censor themselves, whether it's China or India or Russia or whatever. They have to censor a lot of Simpsons criteria that they put out here in America, like the beer, the way they stereotype people and shit like that. There's 2 of their episodes that were banned from a few countries because of the way they quote unquote stereotyped that country that they were about. So.
Oh, shut the fuck up! Yeah, just like Jimbo and his fucking redneck hunting trips.
Yeah, I fucking find it hilarious. That's when you're doing something right. When you offend somebody, quote unquote, to the point that they have to literally take it away from something that has been around for nearly 30 years, you fucking made a fucking point. Is Six still there? Did he fall asleep?
Yeah, I'm just reading this card that says I may not be much to look at, but I fuck like, and then you flip it over and it says the government.
Well, we have a guest tonight after the first break. We're going to have Phillip from the Ubora Coffee Roasters on with us to talk about Ubora coffee and all of that good stuff. We've got some interesting and great information on the other side of the break with that. DV6, are you going to be on during that segment?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm here, brother.
All right. I don't know what all we're going to talk about after he leaves, but I'm sure that Six has a shit ton of stuff to talk about and get out of the way, even though I wanted us to have a carefree night. He's already made us go downhill. But while we go to break, you can go to uboracoffee.com. That's Ubora, U-B-O-R-A, coffee.com. Check out what they've got over there. Google's got to go let the puppy out. Sorry. Everybody heard the typing and was going to ask what the fuck that was. But tonight, we're just going to have a carefree time, I guess, with Recoil and Google and DV6. Marquis, well, I guess he's just shit out a lot. But
is he okay? Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, I am Boner Wood. This is Barracks Talk Live right here on dbradio.net, unless you're listening to us on podcast, in which it's been recorded. We got to go to break. We'll be back with Phillip from Ubora Coffee Roasters right after this.
DV Radio. The holiday season isn't always about physical gifts. Sometimes it is more than that. So during this holiday season, give to dvfarm.org. The DV Farm in Gilsum, New Hampshire is dedicated to helping addicted and homeless veterans get their lives back on track. Help them and let them know that they have a purpose and they are not alone. They watched your 6 when they volunteered. Now you can watch their 6. Give to dvfarm.org today.
The number of homeless veterans is on the rise, and in 2017, the number ticked up for the first time in 7 years to 40,000.
Many of these homeless vets live in areas affected by extreme winters, with sub-freezing temperatures and feet of snow.
DV is launching our biggest project to date. This winter, we hope to hand out 1,000 winter survival bags to homeless vets across the country. We need your help to make this happen.
You can pledge as little as a quarter of a bag or up to as many bags as you'd like at mydvstore.com.
DV6, a former homeless veteran and founder of Dysfunctional Veterans and DV Farm, will travel with a team to several cities across the country to give bags to homeless veterans.
But we need your support to pull together and make this happen by simply going to mydvstore.com. Once again, if you'd like to donate, please visit www.mydvstore.com. You're listening to WDVR, only on DVRadio.net.
Yes, you are listening to DVRadio.net, WDVR. This is Barracks Talk. I'm Boner Will. We still have DV6, Recoil, Google. And joining us from Ubora Coffee Roasters is Mr. Phillip. Are you there, brother?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How you doing tonight?
Pretty good. Let me first off say thank you, but I hope the cable companies learn to have that kind of music playing, because that was perfect to be on hold to. Rob Zombie is awesome.
Glad you like that. You guys have been busy this week, but before we get into that, who are you, as in your military career, and then we'll jump into the coffee roasting house shop thing, the jigs you got going on.
Of course. So, started back in 2005. Figured out college was not my thing. Joined the Navy. Sorry, guys. I know there's probably some fan base out there that's not too happy about that. But joined the Navy, went to boot camp, then went to Pensacola and Jacksonville through schools. I became an in-flight technician, basically at AT for most people, like aviation technician. But I flew on P3s and fixed it while we flew. P3s are sub hunters for the Navy. And then, of course, after my schooling in Jacksonville, I flew out to K-Bay. It was my first duty station on the Marine Corps base in Kaneohe Bay, Hawaii. Spent 4 years there. Loved every second of it. I mean, I had one of the best commands in the world. Dan from Up in Arms podcast can tell you, me and him in a heartbeat would drop everything we're doing to go serve back in Afghanistan, Iraq, and Qatar and all those places with the skipper that we were under, because he took us out there and led us.
Right.
I did 2 tours in Iraq and then came back, transferred to Pax River, Maryland, where I was in BXS1, scientific development. So all the frontline stuff that they were coming out with for the troops on the ground, troops in the air, like the forefront of technology was there. Had a blast there for 3 years. It wasn't shore duty like they call it. So basically where I wasn't supposed to fly, but I had maxed out flight hours there. Finished up my tour there in Pax River, Maryland. Got another look at another tour I can't really talk about because it was one of those secret squirrel kind of project companies they reached out that Navy really doesn't talk about. But I was at a pivotal point in my career where they were going away with P3s. So P3s are going away. They were being replaced by the new P8. And I was like, they told me, they were like, hey, man, you got to make a choice. Either stay in and try to do your 20 years retirement, and now you have to go to P8s because the P3s are going away. We don't have IFTs. Or you can try, get lucky, win the lottery, go to this new command after you leave. If you make chief, which is E7 for the other groups out there,
right?
You know, you can stay and you'll be grandfathered in. But if not, sorry, man, nice playing the Navy game, you're out. And I'm like, whoa, no, I got 2 boys, I got a wife, I got to take care of, even though my wife is still active duty herself. So I chose the AW route. So now I operate the stuff I used to fix. Now I track submarines on the P8. Just got back in October of last year from a 6th Fleet deployment where we tracked a crap ton of submarines. The Med and the North Fleet was pretty hot with the Ruskies. They are coming out to play.
Well, at least you were busy your entire career. I can't say that I was that busy, but you were busy as fuck, it sounds like.
Yeah.
So you got out and you decided to brew coffee. Is that my understanding? Like you just you love coffee that much? Oh, okay.
I am still active.
Did you miss that part, Bo?
Yeah.
No.
You didn't have the hearing aid
I
up.
I was reiterating that, Six. Like, like you do with your interviews, I was reiterating that.
Reiterated?
Reiterating, yes.
Love you too. All right, carry on.
So honestly, buddy of mine, I mentored him at Pax River, Maryland. He was an airframer, came in, great kid. I was E5, just made E6, and he approached me. He's like, "Hey man, you want to mentor me? I just joined the Navy. I don't know what's going on." So took care of him for 2 years, realized the guy was wicked smart, way smarter than an airframer. Basically, airframers are metal benders for the Navy. And I was like, "Hey man, you need to go an officer side." So we got him to go Mustang. He became an officer. He's now an intelligence officer. He did a tour through Schofield Barracks in Hawaii for all you Army guys. Now he's back here in Augusta, Georgia at Fort Gordon for the intel community. And we stayed great friends, man. I mean, that's, part of the military. We always take care of each other. It's a big family. And he approached me when I came back in October because unfortunately I'm not very satisfied in the new career field I'm in. I'm very unhappy because I love being hands-on in the old job I was doing. So he's like, "Hey man, your wife approached me and said that, you're not as happy anymore with what you're doing. You're pretty down in the dumps, depressed about it. And you literally hate life right now." And I was like, "Yeah, man, it's kind of shitty. It's not the career field I joined. It's not why I joined the Navy. I sit at a computer screen for 10 hours when we fly and track submarines. It's not fun."
Yeah, but somebody's got to do it,
No, 100%. Somebody does, and that somebody is not going to be me, I hope. But
that's what people don't understand. The military has so many jobs out there. And if nobody did them, we'd be up Schitt's Creek. And,
100%.
And the ones who do these jobs, I mean, you don't just take anybody, but I'm sure they're good at it. And they're dedicated. And that right there is a true mark of a true military person. I don't know what whatever we can be talking about, but is you do it and you do it good, not for the. We need people like that.
No, 100% agree with you. And I mean, I didn't give anything less when I did it because I got to lead by example for my two boys. And there's a lot of things in life I hate, a lot of things in life my oldest does not like. And I proved to him, "Hey, son, even though I'm not happy with this, I'm still giving it 100%. But Andre reached out to me. He's like, "Hey, man, I've been roasting coffee for 6 years. I'm getting really good at it. People are starting to buy my coffee. They're saying how smooth the taste is, the quality. You can drink a cup of our coffee, and you know how you get the aftertaste with most coffees? You can taste it on the back of your tongue, and you're just that just film that's in your mouth. None of our coffees do that. The quality is there. The freshness is there. He only goes out and he's gone to farmers because Andre himself is from Argentina descent. So he's got, he's gone all over the country. He's been all over the world. The guy has traveled. And then he came to the military and he's like, I've been around the world and I love America. It's the greatest thing ever. People just they take for granted what they have here. And I 100% agree after being around the world. But he approached me with it and he's like, "Hey man, do you want to start a company with me?" And I was like, "Sure, let's go." And he's like, "I didn't even tell you what it was." I was like, "Nah, man, I remember how hard you worked in the military. I remember your drive. And if it's even remotely the drive that you have for this, we're going to be successful." So we sat down. He'd already had a business plan. We drew up some other stuff. I invested a good chunk of, my family savings and stuff that me and my wife had worked towards. He'd invested his, and we built this. We literally have built, when I say everything in this company, we started with a 3,500 square foot building that is a historical building in Augusta, Georgia, and it was empty except for one bathroom. And I went in and we built the walls, the bathrooms, the kitchen, the office, the storage rooms, and then I built the bar. And I've given some sneak peeks to some people about what's being built and what's going on, and we just blew it up. Andre's been roasting. We've had a bunch of major setbacks. One, due to our noviceness in the business community and we're opening a full scale warehouse, industry, manufacturing kind of group. And then two, Augusta is also a very small town that is not used to this type of manufacturing. They're used to metal industry. They're here for cotton and everything else. And now they're getting roasteries coming in. This major roastery is coming in, and they're like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" So we've had to jump some hurdles and red tapes. We've also had our landlord has not been the greatest to us. But
how dare you come in and bring new jobs and money and stuff?
I know, that's the craziest part.
More to the tax base and stuff.
I know, but now they're starting to love it.
We got to find some regulations here.
Well, they've tried. They have tried.
I hear this so many times, that's not normal coffee. I don't know if you can do that. What? Oh my God, because...
you should see the roaster. The roaster is basically, you imagine your grill.
That looks dangerous. I don't know. You license. There should be a licensing procedure to operate that.
Oh, they freaked out when they saw that roaster fire up for the first time. They were like, "Whoa, you're firing up a grill inside a building. This has got like 50,000 BTUs, and you're roasting coffee inside of it. Oh my God, we can't have this. You got to have ductwork and all this stuff." And we proved to them that you don't need that. We had to go through many hurdles to get the proof to that. And they were like, "Oh, you can't roast when people are in here. They could die from carbon monoxide." And we're like, "Okay, we can't do this." Like, we're face palming the whole time, but we are so close. We're waiting for our final few permits to get the cafe side open. We've been roasting for the last year, shipping out, working with various organizations and groups to build, because Andre's whole point of starting this company, and the only reason why I joined him too, was he didn't want to start a roastery to be like some of the other roasters that I don't want to name that have blown up. And God bless them. They've done a great thing for the veteran community. But he wants an actual, go in, you come into our cafe, and you talk. You put down your cell phone, you put down your laptop, you put down the newspaper, and you meet your neighbor. You shake your neighbor's hand, you talk to him, you strike up a conversation, you learn him by name. It's not, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, here's your cup of coffee, peace out, I'm gone out the front door. He wants to get to know the community. Today we were working for 10 hours in the building, just tightening everything up, putting the last finishing touches on everything. And we had multiple people come up, thought we were open it. And you know what he did? He welcomed them in, set them at the bar, and fixed them a coffee, free on the house. And they were like, "No, man, let's pay for it." And he's like, "Nah, this is because this is what I want. I want you to bring your friends and family back and sit in that chair over there, sit in that couch over there, relax, kick back, and talk to each other. I want you to talk to your fellow man and woman. I want you to enjoy what we have for a country, not just stare at your phone and be a zombie."
Yeah, I gotta ask you, Phillip, not to cut you short yet, but you brought up, you've had to jump through hurdles and the politic aspect. How has the community itself, as in civilians that aren't, with the city and all that, how has that been with you? Are they liking it? Are they 50-50? Do they hate it?
Honestly, everybody loves it. I mean, we've even got some restaurant owners that have approached us to mentor us because they can tell we're a little junior, kind of weak at the knees kind of deal. And they're like, "Hey man, we're here to help you." The only real setbacks we've had is from the agriculture department and a couple city officials. And it was no fault of their own. I mean, they just didn't know. I mean, remember when PCs came out? Put a PC in front of somebody and they're like, "Oh my God, what is this devil technology?" We brought something into Augusta that wasn't here before. And they just were so scared of it because they not usually anything that has an open flame, there's a huge ductwork and hood that goes over it because it's a kitchen. That's not what we have.
Right.
So we had to jump those hurdles. But now, I mean, the community sees it and they see we're not a fly-by-night program. We're trying to bring in more jobs. We're trying to hire veteran-based people. We're in talks right now with actually getting a blind girl on our crew. Her handicap is literally she cannot see at all, and we're trying to get her in where we can get her to do the bagging of the coffee and stuff like that. I have a good friend with Texas Pete. The owner is a family friend of ours from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and she runs Industry of the Blinds, which if you ever look at anything, your woogies that y'all have for the Army blankets, the Skillcraft pins, almost anything that military buys is manufactured by Industry of the Blinds. She does a huge thing with disabilities. It doesn't matter what they have. So I'm in talks with her trying to figure out how we can incorporate her and just help grow the community more and just not be that company that, hey, we want to hire every veteran too. We want to, but we want to give back. And that's the greatest thing is the community's like, hey, we see greatness with you guys. We see the potential and now they're pouring into us. And I mean, I constantly, our Facebook page and our phones are getting blown up. When are you opening? What's taking long? What can we help with? So it's honestly, when we first walked in here back in November, people were like, "Who are you? What are you doing? What are you trying to do?" Now, 6 months later, they're like, "Oh God, you guys are actually building something amazing. You're not fly by night." So now we're getting more welcome, which I get. There's a lot of shamsters and scams and people that lead you on. So I get the community's keep us at arm's length. But we're growing.
Sorry, I was going to say, I know you don't have a lot of time this evening, and we're definitely going to bring you back in a couple of weeks. I know a lot of people know that you're a veteran-owned company, obviously, and you mentioned giving back to not just the community, but our veterans. How are you doing that? I mean, I know you've got the online shop and you're opening up the cafe, but our listeners are probably questioning you're giving to the veterans how other than employment.
K9 but for Warriors. My wife's father was a cop, and she's huge into the K9s, knowing that, that I went to Iraq and saw many times how K9s saved lives out there through my multiple tours, and that they, selflessly saved hundreds of military lives. So we're trying to work with them. We're donating. We've done where people have bought bags and we gave a percentage of our proceeds back to them. And I mean, we don't have much we can give, but even our first event in the coffee truck from Jacksonville, I run a coffee truck down there. We had a cancer survivor. The girl's 14 years old. We found out she had stage 4 cancer. Community rallied around her. They asked us to come. It was our very first event. And yeah, we didn't make much, but we still gave as much back as we could from our profits. And their community's like, didn't y'all just start? And we're like, yeah, but we don't mind. Like, this is what we want to do. Like, the money is not really what we're here for. We want to make more so we can give back. And it's crazy. Like, we were looking for other organizations. There's a few organizations that our 4 veterans were not a fan of due to they've had a bad light, like Wounded Warriors. Unfortunately, I know they've tried to do a lot of great things, but they've also got a lot of scandals in the news back in 2014 and 15 that just shed a bad light on them. And
understandably so.
Don't want to work with them.
Right,
so
understandable.
Trying to find smaller veteran groups, like the one you just added about with 1,000 bags, like trying to give 1,000 like winter bags to the veterans. Like, that's something I would love to be a part of. I would love to help you guys do stuff like that, because these smaller groups are the ones that have the biggest heart, I think. And they're trying to give as much as they can.
Well, talking about helping us and helping, veteran companies, you do have a part on UboraCoffee.com. My mouse hates me because Microsoft is a piece of shit. But if you scroll over shop, it says Partners Coffee. And again, my fucking mouse hates me. But if you go over there, it says Jacksonville Armada Coffee, Up in Arms Coffee. What's that about? I mean, Up in Arms Coffee shows the Up in Arms podcast logo. And then, like you said, you wanted to help us. What is that all about?
So with Up in Arms, Dan was a good friend of mine that I served in Iraq with. Reached out to me asking, and I didn't, without hesitation, said yes. So we roast coffee for them. They give away. They raise money. Anything we can give back to them, we give back to the Up in Arms podcast group, because I love those guys. I love their stuff. You guys, we would love to work with you, and that's what we're working on. Is we're designing your bags right now. I saw the design team's first logos they just put out. It's going to be on beautiful black bags, white background for the label, and then we got a surprise for you guys. We're going to give you a couple of them to see what you guys like, but we're partnering up with you. So with every bag that is bought by your listeners group, we're giving a percentage of the proceeds back to you guys. So we're trying to help you guys grow and help the community that you're wanting to support. So you don't have to buy like wholesale, like the grocery store. They're saying, hey, we want this many bags. They have to upfront the money. We're not asking you to upfront. This is the kind of community we want to work with. So we want to sell it on our website so you don't have to come out of pocket any more than you have to.
Right.
And we're going to give the percentage right back to you guys. The Jacksonville Armada is a youth soccer league. So it's a soccer league in Jacksonville, but they also have a youth group that we mainly work with. We do major events for them, and we give a big percentage of our proceeds back to those guys as well to help increase the youth soccer league that is in Jacksonville. So these youth can have cleats, balls, jerseys, whatever they need. They're getting from us and other few groups that are in support of them. So they don't have to come out of pocket for every single thing, because sometimes some of the teams are not in the best income. But I feel like money shouldn't hold a kid back to show his stardom for what he loves and his passion.
Almost definitely. Yeah. And I'll tell you right now, I discussed it with the hosts here, and we were all, really excited that you guys wanted to do that for us. And I know that our listeners have been wanting alcohol or coffee, and I was like, yeah, no ATF route. We're going the coffee way.
Yeah.
But yeah,
the biggest thing for us is the difference from any coffee you can get off your shelf is when you guys order it and your fan base orders it. As soon as they click buy, we come in the next morning, we see the orders. Within a day or two, we roast that coffee because we wait for enough orders to come through, roast it, and ship it out. So by the time we drop ship it to FedEx, UPS, or whoever we use, it's to your door within 2 to 3 days as proof to you that we sent those samples out so you guys could try and taste the quality of coffee that Andre is good at. Wednesday it went out, Friday it was at your door, and you're already drinking it. We do grind the coffee for those listeners that do not have a grinder in their home, which we understand. But since we are like single point of origin, high-end quality coffee, we do whole bean mainly because whole bean lasts a lot longer. We don't suggest put it in the fridge like the common misconception is, because a lot of people want to buy up a ton of bags and then put it in the fridge, and that actually degrades the quality of the coffee. So what we do is we have resealable bags that we send out. We have 12 ounces, the common size for specialty coffee, and then we have 5 pounds, which we can sell too. If somebody's like, no kidding, we've got a few supporters that they go through 5 pounds in a month. I kind of want to see their family because I'm like, good God, how much coffee do you drink?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're running. But that's what we're here for, is to do that kind of stuff. And we try to help any way we can with any of the consumers. And if there's a special request, like we have a very clean roasting facility, so we don't put chemicals in our coffees. But as soon as your listeners go to our website and they'll see these notes, it's called like the strawberry, the jasmine, watermelon, chocolate, baker's chocolate, pecan, butterscotch, or toffee. Those are not flavors. We're not putting flavors in these coffees. We're not trying to kill our listeners, because that's what you're getting when you go to the grocery store and buy that macadamia chocolate or that double chocolate coffee, is you're getting chemicals sprayed in the machines that gets you that flavor you want. Ours are all natural, so that's why it doesn't leave that bitter taste or the acidity or that just that leftover coffee taste in your mouth. It's a very clean drink.
Yeah, exactly. We got your samples Friday. We got your samples, and I've only got to go through 2 of them. But like I was telling you in the pre-show, there's no aftertaste, there's no punch in the down back of the throat with flavor, and like you said, it's all chemical based when it does that. And I got to tell you, it was actually refreshing to have that hint and not that overpowerment of flavor of some of the samples I've already tasted. And my mom said the same thing. She was actually questionable about some of the flavors because, like anybody knows, you buy it from the store and it's like we just said, it's horrible. But I want to make sure, because I went through your website, but most of your beans are single origin, correct? From the plantations and stuff like that. All right, because I know one of our listeners asked that. Is there anything that you've got upcoming that you want to get out right now before we have to let you go and bring you back in a couple of weeks when we talk about what DV Radio decides to do and what you guys want to put in for us?
I mean, just what we're launching the coffee for you guys. We should have it up and running for your bags to buy, but we're getting a special code for your listeners that we'll get to you next week. That any of your listeners go through, they'll get 10% off any of the orders they buy after their initial order of 20% off. And if they buy more than $50 worth, it's free shipping. So that's kind of always a plus because you can buy 3 or 4 bags. The bags are guaranteed, to last for 90 to 120 days. For peak freshness, we suggest consuming by. Coffee really doesn't have a go by bad date. Right. It is coffee. But there is, it's just like beer or anything else. There is a best time to enjoy it. And that's usually within the first 90 days. So that's why we did the $50 free shipping, is try to help out. Like, hey, buy this much. We're trying to kill the shipping as much as we can. But, it's unfortunate.
Now, where is the cafe that's going to be opening in case any of our listeners are in that area or actually live in that area?
Augusta, Georgia is the main roasting facility, so you can come in, enjoy the freshest cup of coffee you can get right there. Andre roast. 2 days later, we put the beans out on the shelves to sell because they need time to age to get the best taste. But Augusta, Georgia, it's right in the downtown heart of it. We're on the back side next to Mellow Mushrooms. Beautiful facility. Please come in and enjoy us. The cafe is hopefully opening by Friday as long as all our permits come back. Thank you, government. And then also, if you ever happen to be in Jacksonville, Florida, for any of your listeners down there, I run our coffee truck and I do major events on Friday and Saturday nights or Sundays because I've got a youth baseball league this weekend. I'm helping the youth tournament out, and we're giving back a percentage of our proceeds for that. I've got 4 events this weekend coming up. So my truck will be fully running this whole weekend, but always follow our Facebook page that we have at our Instagram page because we always throw out, hey, this is what we're doing. This is we got Black Friday coming up, 35% off. We're giving hoots out for that, so please enjoy it. If you're on the fence about buying, we're doing giveaways or other things like that. So just as much support as we can get, please share us. I mean, As always, the veteran community only helps us grow by word of mouth, and that's what we're really trying to get, because we want people to understand. But if anybody ever has a problem with anything, we're always more than welcome to help fix any of that, which we haven't. We have not had a single problem except a couple times people have asked for ground and they accidentally got whole bean. But we fully fixed that real quick.
I've got one of my listeners asking if you guys ship to Alaska.
Yes, we do.
Yes,
we ship to
right.
APO, FPO, anywhere in the United States or Alaska, Hawaii. A lot of things that we're in work with right now with the Up in Arms podcast is we're getting buy a troop a bag of coffee. So we're getting ready to roll that out where if you click on Up in Arms podcast or on our website, you can buy anywhere in the world. You can get a bag of coffee sent to any deployed soldiers. And we're trying to work that out to get it at cost. So it's not like you're paying, $15 or $16 for our single point of origin. We get it out the door and to them, because that's the thing is the troops need the coffee to run. And I know what it was like being in Afghanistan, Iraq, drinking
right there with you, brother. Right there with you. All right. Before we let you go, Recoil, Google, 6. Do any of you have anything you'd like to say to Phillip?
Keep up the good work. No, you covered it all.
Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all's support, and I can't wait to work with you guys even deeper and getting out to help support the programs y'all have got. This is stuff that I love finding out about, and I know Andre is fully on board with it because he's the mastermind behind all the flavors. So we're excited to be in partnership with you.
We're feeling the same, brother, and we can't thank you enough. I know our listeners are going to be ecstatic about it. Recoil, did you have something you wanted to say?
Nah, man, just thanks for what you're doing. Go spend some time with your family, and we'll be talking to you like real soon. We'll get you back on the air here.
Yes.
Yeah, more than happy to. You guys take care. Have a good one, and God bless, honestly.
Thank you, brother. You have a great evening. That was Phillip from UboraCoffee.com. Go over there, check out their website, and we will let you guys know as soon as the bag for DV Radio is available on their website. Hopefully that's coming up soon, but great company, great coffees that I've been able to taste so far, and it's all quote-unquote organic, if that's what you want to call it, because I know that's what a lot of people would call it. So, 6, what are you doing over there? Are you twiddling your thumbs or playing with your dick?
Yeah, I'm trying to hang in there. It's after 10.
Yeah, I see that. You ain't got anything you want to talk about while you're on?
Don't we have to go to break?
Break doesn't start until 10:25, you idiot. It's been like that for 2 years. 2 fucking years.
He doesn't pay attention to that.
I said Obviously. I'd be on. That was when I was younger and full of hope.
Oh, shit. So, Recoil, how was your week?
Not too shabby. Nothing too terribly exciting. Last weekend was interesting.
Oh, really? What happened last weekend?
Well, I had to go up to Long Island, New York for something I was working on. So I'm on my way back, and my stupid fucking GPS decides that it's going to turn me right into downtown New York fucking city.
Now, you guys, I've heard this, you gotta picture the movie Vacation.
Oh my God.
We're getting through downtown New York fucking city, which is insane. And then I catch this little offshoot that is supposed to get me back onto the fucking highway, but it chokes off into one lane. And this fucking dude in a BMW comes flying alongside of me and cuts out in front of me and then jams on his fucking brakes and stops at the intersection that's in front of us. So I'm like, all right, you little fucker. The son of a bitch sits there through 4 lights because the traffic coming the other way. It's fucking New York City. They don't fucking stop. But the guy's now not going, and I'm like, look, dude, you got the cojones to fucking cut me off, but now you're not going to go out into this intersection. So finally the light turns green, and I fucking take my foot off the brake and touch on the gas pedal and blam right into the fucking back of this BMW because the fucker doesn't go.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh, great. So now I'm in the heart of New York City in horrible fucking traffic, and I just smashed into the back of this fucking BMW. So the guy gets out of his car, and he's got his cell phone out, and he thinks he's going to take a picture of my front license plate. Well, I'm from Pennsylvania. We don't have front license plates.
What do you have on your car? What do you have?
I have this bonefish license plate that has like red glowing eyes and fangs. So the guy looks at my license plate, and he looks up at me, and he looks back at my license plate, and he looks up at me, and he's like, now he's thinking I'm like some kind of full-on redneck outlaw because I don't have a front license plate. So, and he looks at me, he's like, well, you didn't see me? I'm like, yeah, I thought you were gonna fucking move. And then I'm thinking, I don't want to get out of the truck and deal with this fucking shit. So I just give the guy the 1,000-yard stare and just stop talking altogether. And he's talking to me, he's looking at me, and then finally he's just like, thinking that I'm fucking crazy, and just turns around, gets in his fucking car, and actually goes through the fucking intersection now, finally. So the 1,000-yard stare still fucking works. Loving it.
Holy shit. Well, I've got a question. Were you using Backseat Navigator?
I was not actually using back. I should have been, because then I wouldn't have had a problem.
I was going to say, that was your first mistake.
Well, see, my phone was fucking dying, and I forgot my goddamn charger, so I was using my old school fucking
Garmin
GPS.
Oh.
The old Garmin Nuvi.
Yeah,
I haven't updated the maps on in fucking, I don't know how long, but you know what? New York City's still the fucking same. It hasn't changed.
Apparently,
That was your second mistake.
Well, I gotta say, if you were using our sponsor's Backseat Navigator that you can get from the iOS and Android shops, I think you would have been all right, because it would A, have cussed you out, and B, cuss the guy out that got out of the BMW.
Yeah, right.
The fucked up thing is like, I didn't even fucking feel bad about it. I'm like, honestly, my first thought was, I hope I didn't fuck up my Bonefish license plate.
The first thing I would have said as soon as he got out was, "You dumb son bitch, what the fuck?" And that's all I would have done. Like, that's it.
I was like, man, I should have totally been fucking with him. Like, oh, why you back into me? I was in a park.
Oh my god, I can only imagine.
Oh, that would have been hilarious.
I'm as fucking white bearded redneck as they come.
Right. That would have been hilarious, though. Next time you need to get one of those dash cams that has audio and do that next time so we can put it up on the DB page. Like all these YouTube videos, it's like stupid, crazy drivers across America and Canada and shit like that. That's what we need. One of your dash cams with audio.
Right.
Oh my god, I can only imagine if we had one of the 6. We couldn't put it on YouTube. We'd be demonetized within the first 5 seconds. All the cussing, we'd be completely demonetized. Not that we're monetized anyway, but...
But the upside of the whole trip was I had Ty with me, so he actually got to see New York City for the first time, and that was pretty awesome. Right down the main fucking drag.
The first time I ever seen New York City, this big marshmallow got blown up. The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. That's what it was called.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of his name and his little sailor hat.
Yep. That was Dan Aykroyd's choice to have that in. Everybody was like, "This won't be possible," and he was like, "We're having the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in the fucking movie. Like, that's gonna be in the movie." Oh man, Ghostbusters. Anyway, how was your week, Google, without 6? Has it been nice?
I mean, it hasn't been bad.
Did you smash into an Asian guy in a BMW?
No.
If she did, she'd have been like, "We have some turducken at the farm if you'd like it."
Well, the fucked up thing was he had like 5 Asian teenage girls in the car. I'm like, dude, you're human trafficking. Like, I could do anything to you right now, and you're not going to call the cops.
Was it a newer BMW model, or was it one of those from like 1986 that he thought was cool?
It was a pretty new. It was a 7 Series, but it was a pretty new.
Yeah. I've actually heard some bad things about the 7 Series recently. I don't know how true it is, but
as far as I'm concerned, there's bad things about BMWs. The fucking things cost an absolute fortune to fucking work on.
Oh yeah, I know. They're hard to work on as well. That's another reason they cost so much to actually work on.
And even their counterpart Volkswagens. I mean, they're good cars, but they cost a fortune when anything goes wrong with them.
Yeah, Volkswagen fucked up when they actually came out with sedans and shit. They should have stuck to the bug. bug and buses. Oh, look, we can put airbags in our seatbelts because that makes sense. And then everybody follows suit.
That's what 6 should have, is a camper bus.
Oh my god, just imagine that.
As big as he is, you got this big ass fucking buzz cut dude jumping out of his fucking hippie mobile.
He's already twice as tall as the motherfucker now.
The fucking suspension would lift up like 6 inches when he steps out.
Oh shit. He would be the equivalent of Fat Bastard in a skyscraper if that's the kind of camper he had. Like, corn? I didn't have any corn. Oh shit. Austin Powers, if you guys didn't know. Okay. You okay, 6? You don't sound too...
No, done.
You're done?
Oh.
God.
Alright. Well, I'll mute you if you want to go away.
No. I've got to go see Tin Man and all them. I'm getting up early. I'll just roll out. Well, that's if I get up at 5.
Good luck with that.
How late have you been sleeping?
What?
How late have you been sleeping?
Well, I got up today at 9. I didn't know it was 9.
That's not bad.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I know.
No, but trying to get the bird to go to bed, because we lost heat and power for the last 24 hours, I had to take her to bed with me to keep her warm. And, well, she thinks that's the routine now. So she was refusing to go. She loved it. I don't know how I didn't kill her, because she would crawl in, like, the crevice of the blankets under my head, or she would get my cheek on her back. I was just, but no, I'm trying to put her to bed tonight, and she's crying and fucking screaming at me, flying back to me, and then when you go to grab her, she ducks in the shirt now. Like, she's real good at getting inside my shirt without me grabbing her.
That's funny.
Like, you know.
Well, she should have gotten you damn shirt the first day you were here for the first 5 minutes, because she about fucking...
Yeah, she almost got 8.
Yeah.
And she got to meet a Malaccan cockatoo the other day.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
How did that turn out?
She flipped him off.
Yeah. Stuck her middle feather up.
Yep, she went up to that window and that bird went, wah! And Huey didn't bat an eye. I was like, okay, the bird's trying to eat you through the window.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think Huey cared at all. I think the other bird was really curious.
So I'm walking through Love's in Virginia on the stalemate. I'm running up to get fuel before the show for the generator that's going to break. I want to make sure it's topped off when it breaks. But anyhow, as soon as I shut the truck off, she's inside. Her routine is she gets off my shoulder and goes inside my shirt. All right, so we're going through Love's, and I accidentally touched or she'll start, once we get back into the light, she starts peeking out. So I'm pushing her head down. You know how she does that, right, Google? She'll poke her head up, and I'll push it down. Because I don't want to deal with people, oh, there's a bird. Yeah, so anyhow, as I poke it down, she lets out a screech. So she pokes out, I poke her in, right? As I'm making every 3 steps. Then you hear people, is that a bird? You hear a bird? Bob, you hear a bird? I gotta take a shit, and then she's going off in the shitter, and then I come out, and there's a whole bus of people, tourists. He's got a bird!
That's funny.
No, but yeah, she's in her cage tonight, so I get go to bed without her.
Well, at least all the country folk are nice compared to New Hampshire folks. That was your words.
Like a Yeti.
Probably is in these woods.
This generator he gave me is not putting out full power.
Well, why don't you say something? I can't do anything. I'm too lazy.
I'm about to go.
I'm too lazy to get up.
Ring's charging. Or you guys carry on. I'll see. My leg is bad right now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to even sleep. I will sleep, but it's going to hurt. Oh, fuck. Whoa. Yeah, I tripped over that stump coming into your house, dragging my leg.
Which one?
The one by the car.
Which one?
Yeah.
I mean, that stump by the car. You know how many stumps by that car there is?
Oh, man. Now the ship's trying to contact me.
I will mute the fuck out of you.
All right.
There you go. So
It's funny.
So if you guys didn't see the post on DV Radio or Dysfunctional Veterans, Contraband's season finale, David Libby is interviewing Calico Cooper. It aired earlier at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but you can catch the encore of it airing right after Barracks Talk at 23:30. That's 11:30 p.m. for all of you potato mashers. And I got to tell you, it's a wonderful interview. She talks about how she got her start in the entertainment business, the pros and cons of having your father or mother or brother or sister or cousin or whatever in the entertainment business, and then you having to build your own way. She tells you how you can get started in the business, as well as how you as a veteran can join the entertainment business and get into that, the pros and cons of that, why people actually look for that and will actually want that over an actual actor anyway. And then she talks about her family military history, which is wonderful. And I gotta tell you, that was one more great show to edit. That's Contraband with David Libby interviewing Calico Cooper, Abisto Blanco, tonight, 23:30, 11:30 p.m. Eastern, right after Barracks Talk. Talking about shows, we got a show coming up on Halloween night. That's the Halloween show. It's October 31st. Approximately starting at 8 p.m. I don't know how long it's going to run. Don't know who else is going to be there. But it's going to happen. Don't know how. I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's a Halloween show. Got to do something for you guys. Yeah. So what do you guys want to talk about for the next 6.5 minutes?
Six's pacemaker's going off.
Yeah. Hear that.
Well, that's gonna happen, Bo. It's gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
Well, if I
keep pacemakers.
If I kick him out of tonight's meeting, he won't be able to get into next week's meeting because it's a recurring meeting. So.
Oh boy. That figures.
Which would fix the childness of when someone's trying to, push a show, but I'm tired. I'm gonna go lay down. 30 minutes later.
I'm going to bed. I don't know how to hang up.
You don't know how to hang up.
I don't know. I'm hitting the button and you're still there.
You scroll over the thing and it says end meeting and you leave.
No, I don't have one of those.
Throw the laptop on the floor and jump up and down on it.
Right?
I feel good now.
Or you can just log out. Either way. I don't care.
It's not hide video.
Gotta watch say log out around 6.
Oh, here we go. Talking, chat, start video. I don't know how to end this.
Okay. Well, just log out and shut your laptop.
I don't know how to log out either. Maybe I just shut my computer off.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Oh, now I'm getting a turtle head. I hope this is just a fart.
Right, speaking of log out.
Oh, my God.
See, I told you not to say it around 6.
DV Tree says, can you picture him living in a tunnel? Drove everyone crazy, no doubt. I don't want to know. I don't want to know how the homeless took that. Because I got things bubbling in my mind right now.
Right. All of a sudden they all straighten out and get apartments and shit.
No, I can't take this shit no more. Fuck this homeless shit. That fucking guy. That fucking guy.
I gotta get sober so I can get away from this shit.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Well, if you want to, we can go to break, because I don't know what to talk about for the next 5 minutes. Plus, we got to make up 5 minutes for the break, because we've got the Green Weenie Halloween story.
Well, there you have it then. Let's
I'm
go.
looking forward to some of this coffee. Hey, has there been any discussion on what roast our particular coffee will be?
Well, seeing as how I got the samples yesterday, and I've only went through 2, and there's 10 that I've got to go through. Yeah, so let me get through those 10, and then I'll get back with you. I mean...
Drink up, motherfucker.
Hey, you want to come drink up, motherfucker?
That's fucking right. I'll come down and drink up.
That first cup of coffee ran straight through my ass. No pun intended. Yeah. I was like, man, that store-bought shit, I'm too used to it. And then I get real shit, and I'm like, fuck.
Isn't it great?
Your hair all standing up on the back of your neck and shit.
Brother, my ass was lava firing.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, that's the best.
Yep. Straight up fucking water.
Nice. As long as you didn't end up with a pink sock.
Right. DV Tree, that's something you have to ask the guys at Ubora Coffee Company. We're not going to control that. They're selling it on their website. I don't want to say yes or no. That's something you'll have to ask them at Ubora. But yeah, we'll go to break. We'll listen. The first thing you're going to hear is the Green Weenie Halloween story. For those that's not going to make the Halloween show come Wednesday, but you won't hear this podcast until after that. So either way, it's not, really ruin it for anybody that's not going to be here. But anyway, this is Barracks Talk on dvradio.net.
Joker's Tales from the Basement. I've always wondered what it's like to be in the military. My friends say it's fun, but others say you get the green weenie. So is our tale tonight, about a boy who wants to be like his father. But what will become of him once he sees the recruiter? He'll sign the paper, he'll sign the dotted line. But will he sign his life away? Oh, I hope he does. I need somebody to join my little jokester games. We open with a father and son about to sign away his life.
Gee, Sergeant, that sounds great, doesn't it? Just sign here.
Why are you laughing like that? You're frightening me.
Because your soul is mine, and your ass now belongs to the big green wing.
Hi there. What do you mean?
You fool! You think you're gonna get Hawaii as your first duty station? No! You're getting Fort Polk.
What? No.
Oh, and it gets better. Just wait till you get to your first duty station. It'll be death by PowerPoint. You're gonna want to have something to numb the pain. By the time you go to the PX, it's gonna be out of cigarettes, Monster, dip, and coffee. You're gonna put in a leave request, try to get away, but no. Leave canceled.
Denied.
Then you're gonna get ready for deployment. You're gonna have Connex inventories, where you pull everything out of this Connex just to put it back into that Connex. And you think you're getting a break when you get to go TDY? Just wait till you have to fill out a travel voucher on DTS. Then, when you think that your contract's over and it's all behind you, just wait for a stop loss. Finally, after stop loss is over, then you can't leave until you clear CIF. Once you're finally clear, you're not really. The big green weenie still got his meat hook in you. Cause now you have to do inactive ready reserve.
no, 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 no! No, please, no!
When you're finally done with all of that, you're past your breaking point, then you get sent to the VA.
Great Caesars, go!
Now get your ass down to MEPS, where you can do the duck walk.
Rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. Bo-bo-bo-dee-o.
And show your butthole to a creepy old man.
It's okay. You can look at my butt. I feel like I can really be vulnerable around you. Do you like this tree I made? Cool, right?
My name is David Libby.
You know, whether you're coming from military, you're coming from music, you're coming from bad relationship, whatever, rebuilding is something that everybody's had to do at some point. So us all coming together from different walks of life, I think that really unites people.
Welcome to Contraband. Our guest is Calico Cooper, Jeff Vicente, Johnny Cornwall. He's the band of SOSRA, and I get to cackle on there every now and then. Well, the guy that owns the Chinese food place, his name is Art.
DV Radio.
Let's get it on.
We've got some food bread made for you! The music. Let's go!
You're listening to WTVR on DVRadio.net. By veterans, for veterans.
Simply made for you.
You big dummy.
And now, it's time to find out what stupid junk is in the news.
I take it helps to unmute.
I was going to say, I can't unmute you if you muted yourself.
Well, you know, it was a very interesting story. All right, we'll get right into it. Aladdin Jr. canceled at Catonsville Elementary School after complaints about stereotyping. So this elementary school had planned to do the production of Aladdin Jr., but Danette Zagari Mask, said that her 9-year-old son, an Arab American student in 4th grade at the school, was upset by the language in the text when he auditioned for the play. In the opening lines, the play refers to the barbaric Arab lands. So this 9-year-old went to audition, didn't like that Arab lands were described as barbaric. He went home and told his parents, and they complained to the school, so that the principal decided to call off the production. Yep.
Sorry, I'm doing other stuff too. I was muted and I can't talk.
Okay. It's okay, because I've been doing other stuff the whole show. So after the school canceled the production, the mom, she said, "We're just really glad that our school is really adamant about creating a safe space for all of the students." Although some other Westtown parents have complained online about an excess of political correctness because of this barbaric description of Arab lands. Yeah. I'm just... I know it's ridiculous. And in contrast, Zagari Mask said a forthcoming Aladdin film out next year was made with consultation from Arab Americans to eliminate offensive stereotypes. So they're redoing...
What?
Right. I know. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
The land of pussies.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, this is insane. to fucking play in elementary school. Suck it up, Buttercup. Moving right along. This is kind of funny, I think. A C-17, Bo, this is near your house, right?
Yes, it
Fort
is.
Bragg.
Yes,
A
it is.
C-17 accidentally airdrops a Humvee over a neighborhood near Fort Bragg. I'm like, how the fuck?
It's in Bo's backyard. Six has been playing around with it all day.
Right?
I'm like, how the fuck do you accidentally airdrop a Humvee?
No. That's not the best part. The best part of that fucking story is they drop it, A, mile away from the drop point, and B,
5
it
miles.
lands. No, it was
5
a mile. It was a mile.
Oh, it
I
says
promise.
about 5 miles short of the drop zone.
It was a mile. But they drop it less than a mile or so from their drop point. And then on top of that, it falls between 2 homes. Like, perfect. Like, I've never seen anything more perfect in my life. And I'm like, that was an accident? What the fuck ever? Some douchebag kid that just got a AIT was up there and going, look at me, guys, testing out their new little fucking platform, and fucking dropped the goddamn Humvee. That's what happened.
I'm sure there was a drone involved.
No, probably.
Well, the C-17 was from the 437th Airlift Wing at Joint Base Charleston in South Carolina. It took off from Pope Army Airfield at Fort Bragg on a routine airdrop test training mission and accidentally dropped the Humvee.
Oh my god.
Too soon. But another failed airdrop, which was not quite as funny, occurred during an April 2016 training exercise in Germany, which that one wrecked 3 Humvees and led to the conviction of a Cav Scout.
Yeah.
For destruction of property and making a false official statement.
So the whole irony behind this whole news story is that it was a new platform they were testing. That's why I said that. So either A, there was a malfunction, or like I said, some young kid was up there playing with the fucking pulley system and said, look at me, guys, and fucking dropped the goddamn thing, and it just perfect. It was perfect. Like, they showed the aerial photos and everything. I mean, it was perfect in between these 2 homes. Like, you see the fucking parachute covering the Humvee, and then you see these 2 homes, and I'm like, dude, why can't that happen in my fucking yard? Fucking, they fly over my house all the time. You've been here, Google. They fly all the time over my fucking house because this is their training area. It's like, oh my fucking god.
That's when you're like, nope, it's in my yard. Sorry, mine now.
Exactly. That's exactly what would happen. I'd be like, go fuck yourselves.
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Right. I would take
Yeah,
I'd take that tracking device that they've got on the fucking Humvee and I'd fucking throw it in the goddamn creek. Be like, hey, must have fucking floated away or something. I don't know. I know it's only a 10-inch wide creek, but it must have floated away. It's not here in my yard. Oh, that thing? I got that.
Under investigation.
If they seen it in my yard, I'd be like, oh, that old thing? I got that at the Army and Navy surplus store down on Rockford Street. That's where I got it. Yeah, next to the 5 and Dime.
It's when you start just like slowly swirling your hand in front of their face. You do not see a Humvee.
Yeah, fucking Ben Kenobi.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
Right. This is not the Humvee you're looking for.
This is not the Humvee we're looking for.
This is fine. Oh,
be my luck. It'd be my luck. They'd fucking send Mattis down here.
Oh, God.
You guys would not have a host then that knew what the fuck he was doing half the time. You would have to rely on Six.
Well, Six doesn't know what he's doing half the time. So there you go. So there's your Humvee that was airdropped accidentally too soon.
That's in quotations, by the way.
So it was a premature dropping?
Premature dropping, that's correct.
Oh man, that's too funny. A Walmart thief was dressed as a cow. This happened in Arkansas.
Would they go in to get some milk?
Arkansas cops are stumped as to why an accused shoplifter was wearing a Holstein cow costume when she recently swiped allergy medicine from a Walmart store. I know. It's ridiculous. I'm like, and there's pictures too, and she's wearing the the cow costume, and under surveillance, she allegedly hid a package of Flonase in her coat pocket because she was wearing a coat over the cow costume. And headed for the store exit. As she departed the retailer, Curry was met by a Pine Bluff Police Department patrolman and a Walmart loss prevention officer, who then escorted Curry and a male companion back inside. En route to the security office, Curry reportedly tussled with Officer William Weekend as she sought to dart into a bathroom and remove her coat. Weekend said, I was then able to grab her by the Holstein cow costume and stopped her, and she responded, she looked at him and said, you can suck my pink cow udder.
Wow, that's utterly ridiculous.
It is utterly ridiculous. It would have been funnier if she had told him to suck her teeth.
So what can you cook up with Flonase?
Well, let's do a little bit of research. I'm sure these teenagers know nowadays. I mean, they do snort fucking nutmeg after all.
Well, yeah, I mean, they figured out something they could do with tramadol and fuck that up for me. Now that's
Right.
a fucking narc.
Right?
She was busted for shoplifting and resisting arrest and booked into the Jefferson County Jail on the misdemeanor counts. And when asked why Curry was dressed in a cow costume, the police spokesperson told the news no explanation was ever given. Maybe she thought she wouldn't be noticed if she was wearing a cow costume.
Don't mind me, just a cow here.
Right?
Brings a whole new meaning to the laughing cow.
Oh man, I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah, it is.
If she would have had a couple of sheep to run interference, she'd have got away with it.
Right?
Probably. All right, for our final story of the evening, this guy must not ever watch the news, because if he did, then he would have known that what he was getting ready to do was just a bad idea. This man was using a blowtorch to kill spiders.
Well, yeah.
Well, he also, while killing the spiders, he started a house fire. This happened in Fresno, California. And I know that they don't get the news out there, I suppose. Close to 30 firefighters responded to the home in Fresno to battle the blaze. Tony Escobedo with the Fresno City Fire Department said the resident was killing black widow spiders with a blowtorch outside of the house.
Yeah. Good deal.
Yeah.
But the question is, did he hit them all?
I think so. Now, what's interesting about this story is that the guy was house sitting for his parents.
How old is this guy?
House sitting. It's the easiest job in the world, right?
How old is he?
Just don't burn the house down.
How old is
One
he?
rule.
What was that, Bo?
How old is he for the umpteenth time?
It doesn't say.
I want to ask, I don't know, I think he's a teenager, but at the same time, knowing today's fucking children.
I know, right? But, yeah. Here, let me kill those spiders for you, Ma. I'll burn the house down while I'm at it. Jesus Christ.
Got that insurance money, probably.
See, if you burn your own fucking house down, you're fucked, but if you have your kid come over and do it for you.
Right?
Oh, man.
Holy shit.
That's too funny.
Your batteries are dying on your headset, Google.
It can't be. It's plugged in.
Well, you keep buzzing. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Mr. Roboto.
Well, I'm done with the news, so we're all set.
See, that's what I texted you earlier, Recoil, because I couldn't fucking get chat to work for me because my fucking mouse didn't want to mirror, and that's what I was asking because I didn't want to talk over anybody. I was like, do you hear Google's buzzing? Nope, not at all.
I You now.
Well, 6 isn't here, so we can hear.
What are you
F.
talking about? Oh, I know what that is. That's not my headset. That's
Cool.
that's my computer.
No, that's not your computer. I promise you. It's your headset.
How do you
Trust
you
me.
know?
We've heard your headset buzz before. This is your headset.
It sounds like your headset does whenever you leave the room and forget to turn it off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sounds
Yeah,
like
but-
danger, danger, Will Robinson, danger.
Oh man.
Yeah, so it's your headset. You'll hear it in the podcast that you never listen to.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
I only listen to the podcast when I'm not on the show.
So-
Even then, I don't listen to the podcast.
That must be why our numbers went up the past month, Recoil.
Right, me listening to it. Hey, I'm sorry, guys. Like, I had all kinds of fucking trouble. My internet quit fucking working. It's still not right.
Yeah, you told me about that. Did they? What was going on? I know you said there was an update to the modem.
Well, they did something to their whole system, and then they were supposed to send us a new modem and never did. So then our
Wow.
modem had, like, intermittent, it would just lose connection with the internet, and it was like every 5 minutes. And then you'd have to reboot the thing to grab the internet again.
That sounds like the fucking Wi-Fi box for me last night. I was sitting here trying to talk to somebody in Messenger, and every time I would send them a message, it would not connect. And I was like, really right now? Like, I would theirs would come in, I would send mine, and you know how the little check mark comes up in Messenger when it is sent? That never happened. It just stayed a circle. And it would say, waiting to connect. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So I would close Messenger, got on my laptop, and then ding, 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 ding. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, really right now?
Well, so they sent us a new one, but we're having problems with it. It's inconsistent. Hardwired seems to be okay, which is why I'm able to do the show. But like the cell phones and laptops and shit just keep losing the connection to the Wi-Fi.
Is it their Wi-Fi or a third-party Wi-Fi that you bought from a store?
No, it's from my ISP.
Yeah, that's why I bought one from Staples.
I still need $31,000.
I do too.
so I can buy this used Lotus.
Actually, I need about 50, but I'll settle for 31 right now.
Right.
Oh, and to answer your question, Tree, we don't know, but I will tell you that the Elon Musk flamethrower is actually a roof torch. That's exactly what it is, a roofing torch. I'm not joking. that fucking flamethrower, this is not a flamethrower, is not a flamethrower. And I love his explanation for it because everybody lost their minds about that. And he's like, it was a joke. It was a literal joke that we thought of in one day, and then we put it up on our site, and people actually tried to buy it, so we had to commit to actually giving it to them. So,
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, they didn't sell a shit ton of them, but you know, the people that did buy it, I'm like, dude, we've still got to do that. Just tell people it's a joke, let them go, quote unquote, purchase it, and then actually make the fucking product. Oh my god. Because that sounds like some shit we would do. I mean, I would, wouldn't you? That is a little badass one.
Oh, you see it?
Yeah. 56,000 miles on a No-5, that's not bad at all.
The thing is, like, my fucking gimp ass trying to get in and out of something like that would be horrible.
That's what me and Phillip were saying to you when you told us, like, in the pre-show. And it's ECU tuned already, so 31K is not bad for that at all. And it's manual.
Yeah, that's what I like about the Lotus is, like, they're fun little sports cars, and they're actually, I mean, not for me, but for other people, they're actually affordable.
Yeah. I mean, you know, years ago, back when, you know, things were different, but I could have afforded it. Yeah, I think a lot of people could have, even back, you know, in the 90s, something like that, which they did. I'm talking about people. I'm talking about people on our side of the spectrum. Here, people. That's what I meant by we could have afforded it. Just so you know. You can sell Claymore kits. We could. That's a possibility. That is a possibility.
Build your own Claymore.
Yeah. Build your own.
Get the DV. Build your own Claymore. Claymore and home kit.
Click, Claymore. And then show the advertisement for it and be like, click, Claymore at the end, and then there's a big explosion as someone gets ready to fucking put it together.
With optional remote.
Fucking clapper. That's all I think about when somebody says that.
Clap on, clap off. You got the clap for Claymore.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Make sure you point that in a safe direction during a football game.
Aim it at the fucking TV. That's where post people put them.
We have nothing better to do today.
But wait, there's more. Act now and you can you can get the ISIS suicide vest for only $5 more.
With optional remote.
Give it to your in-laws for a perfect Christmas present this holiday season.
Just remember, it's a clap on, clap off deal.
Right.
Once you clap it on, it'll go off.
We'll throw in an extra Claymore. Just pay separate processing.
Oh my god. You know people's gonna expect us to make a fucking ad now for this, right?
Oh my god.
Holy shit. What was the guy's name that died?
Oh, Daddy, we're inside the wire.
Dude, my ribs are still fucking hurting. Oh my god. Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, I sat wrong and coughed one night, and I think I got like a hairline fracture in my ribs like 2 weeks ago. And every time I laugh, it feels like they're breaking a fucking again. So.
Look, Daddy, we're inside the wire. Shut up, you little fobbit.
Fobbit. Oh, dude, recoil. As soon as I get my room built, I've got to make a Fobbit diorama and make it like the Hobbit houses from Lord of the Rings, but put it, make it military-esque.
Antipsychotic says baby's first Claymore.
Holy shit. Oh my god. Son of a bitch.
Buy 2 and get a clock bomb for school.
Free!
Good old Snoogie. Oh, shit.
Holy fucking hell. Where has this show gone?
Oh, they bomb it's a clock.
Hey.
No stereotypes.
No. I know, right? No, I just thought of something. And I've been meaning to do a post on Facebook about it on the DV page, but I've just been, like, not paying attention, and 6 isn't here. So I'm waiting to make the post because I can put a high number on the board. So remember last week, Bo, we were talking about how I wanted to get one of those accident, this many days without accident boards. So somebody decided to be nice and send one to us. Fuck, I forget his name. Damn it! I know he listens to DB radio, so, but once I do the post,
tree hugger?
it'll, probably. So anyways, that one, and I opened it up like, this is hilarious. So now that 6 isn't here, like, he left on Tuesday, so I can count Tuesday as day 1. So we're up to like day 5 with no accidents.
Keep 6 away from a chainsaw and you'll be fine.
Keep him around anything that is operational. Like,
oh my god, it's so funny.
Keep him away from fucking sandwich bags too. Like, shit, he'd fall in one.
Yep.
Oh my god,
it's too funny. But like, that's why I haven't done the post yet, because I want to get as many days before I actually post it.
That's too fucking hilarious.
Oh man, I know, I'm so evil.
Dun dun dun. Apparently it was DV Tree. He said you're welcome.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, we were talking about that last week, and then she sends me this picture in Messenger. Look what I got.
Yeah, it was hilarious. And, it's funny because Andy, the farm manager, he was here when the package came in, and he goes, "Were you expecting something?" I'm like, "No." He said, "Why?" He goes, "Because something was just sent to us from Amazon." I'm like, "Well, open it." And he did, and he pulls it out, and he looks at it like, "Interesting." And I started laughing. He was like, "What?" I'm like, "Well, let me tell you."
That was so funny when I seen that. I was like, this is great.
Oh my god. Best thing ever. And like I said, 6 isn't here, so I can, rack up the days.
Do it, Carol. Go. Oh my god, but before everybody loses their mind, which I'm doing right now, and my ribs are really fucking hurting right now. Like, it's hard to breathe, but Recoil, since you've not been here in the last month, what would you like to say about dvbarracks.com?
Well, if you haven't already been over there, chances are you've probably been living under a rock. But we created a forum quite a while ago. Anyway, we created this forum to get people off of Facebook and away from the prying eyes of friends, families, and coworkers, and even your boss if you're stupid enough to have them on your Facebook as a friend. But anyway, you can head over to dvbarracks.com. That's our forum. It's a pretty awesome place. There's all your typical DV fuckery that you would expect, but there's also my personal favorite section, which is the peer support section. That's where brothers and sisters like you and me are looking out for brothers and sisters like you and me. And I actually missed the whole part of signing the fuck up. So once you get over there, you can sign up using either your Facebook login or your email. Once you have an account created, you can go to the top right-hand corner of the screen, click on your profile, and you can change your profile picture to any picture you want to use, change your name to any call sign you want to use, and you are free to use the forum in anonymity. That is dvbarracks.com. One last time, dvbarracks.com.
Get over there now. That's DV Forum at the dvbarracks.com. You got to sign up right now for the holidays. Anyway, I didn't mention it earlier in the podcast because I honestly forgot because we had all this other shit to mention. But join us for PTSDog and a panel of service dog handlers for a live roundtable discussion. That's our new show that's going to be happening tomorrow night about access issues. That's Sunday night, October 28th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on dvradio.net right here where you guys are listening to us now, or search DV Radio on the TuneIn app. Our guests will include veterans with a range of experience, including a New York police detective, as well as a VA investigator and a wheelchair-bound handler. You can log in right there to chat and ask us questions live. And that's going to be Joaquin Watai from the Service Dog Show, as well as those people we just mentioned. That's roundtable discussions with the Service Dog Show tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Excuse me, had to burp. Got to get it out some way. Anyway, go to Twitter at DB_DV Radio and follow us. I try to talk to you guys as much as possible. Sometimes I'm not able to, but when I can, it's fun. Facebook, Dysfunctional Veterans, DV Radio, YouTube channels are the same. Dysfunctional Veterans, DV Radio. What else am I forgetting?
Antipsychotic Claymore Family Pack.
Ah, yes.
You get the family pack of claymores. This includes 4 claymores, 4 bouncing betties, 4 pounds of smokeless powder, and 50 foot of det cord. But wait, act now and get 2 complimentary disposable cell phones as remote detonators.
Yeah, I guess we have to make a fucking commercial now. Thanks for that. Thanks. Love you. But
he just made the commercial. All you have to do is cut it.
I can't.
Bullet podcast.
I can't. You should hear it. Yeah, it didn't come through that well because the internet sucks here at my house. You know, I live in the backwoods. Anyway. Anyway. dvfarm.org, donate, smile.amazon.com, make DV Farm your charity of choice. Go to eBay, Humble Bundle, all the other stores that you online shop. Look and see if they make charities and give to people, or help charities and give to places like the DV Farm. If they do, let us know if we don't know about it already. MyDVStore.com, get your winter bags. so that we can give them out to the homeless vets and those homeless in the street this winter. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. DV Recoil, or Mr. Recoil, I should say. Do you have anything else for our listeners tonight?
Oh, I have counting cars on because I like to have light in the room without actually having a light in the room. And I just saw the General Lee, and it now has a American flag painted on the roof.
Yeah, they changed that. You didn't know?
But, like, that's the complete opposite of the flag that was on there.
Well, you know, racism.
Oh, my God. Anyway, be safe and keep looking out for each other, fuckers.
You heard it here, folks. Google.
That's all I got.
All right.
Try not to burn your house down killing spiders with a blowtorch.
And change your batteries if you're Googling your headset.
My headset has no batteries and it's plugged in.
Charge the motherfucker. Goddamn lithium ions. Stay tuned for Contraband. Right after Barrett.
My headset.
Right after Barrett's talk, it starts at 11:30. So as soon as the song ends, go get your shit. And then come back, listen to Contraband with David Libby from WarriorService.org and SOSRABand.com, which you heard his song Warhead in the first break. And go to Bistoblanco.com. And also, if you want to find out more about the one, the only, the official Miss Calico Cooper, go to officialcalicocooper.com. Let me know what you think about the season finale of Contraband, and it'll be back at the beginning of next year, hopefully, with some intriguing artists, nonetheless. Anyway, if you're going to do anything this Halloween, be safe. Don't be stupid. If you're not, come listen to us on October 31st at 8 p.m., 2000 Eastern Standard Time for our Halloween show. Don't know how well it's going to go. But anyway, without further ado, whatever. Until next week, Pussicles.
Hit us up on Facebook and Twitter.
That's all, folks. Goodbye,